Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. The United Democratic Alliance Party, associated with the Deputy President Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, yesterday conducted their party primaries. And the results are out. Big names have actually lost. And we've seen new faces emerging. A case is the Bomet Toto lady who emerged victorious. But that UDA nomination has actually exposed William Samoei Ruto's weaknesses, which, in my view, President Uhuru Kenyatta can actually take advantage of in the larger Mount Kenya region. In this video, I want us to look at how Uhuru Kenyatta can use the weaknesses which has been exposed by UDA nominations to lock out William Samoei Arap Ruto from the presidency. Before we do that, for those watching this channel for the first time, what we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find any other place. And we are never wrong. So if you are watching it for the first time, please just take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Kindly give the video a thumbs up, drop your comment, and also, if you can, share the video. Now, the United Democratic Alliance Party, associated with William Ruto, yesterday conducted their party primaries. There were several challenges, but if you ask me, the event was largely successful. There are two things which most political parties can never dare do. One of them is subjecting their members to nomination process, because they normally fear that a nomination process can always make the bigwigs lose. There's always the fear of infiltration, and also there's always the fear that majority of party members might not actually participate in those exercises. So there's always that fear. The second thing which political parties fear normally is party elections. And that's why if you look at Jubilee died since it was formed without even conducting party elections. UDA party promised Kenyans elections, which has not happened. ODM party conducted elections at some point, and when it reached at Kasarani, you saw what happened. From that point, I've never seen ODM party conducting elections. They conduct elections, but when it comes to the national level, it's always either postponed or a reason is given. So we must give credit where it's due. The deputy president tried the best he could. There were those logistical challenges. But that nomination exercise in UDA party, in my view, has exposed a lot of weaknesses in William Samoei Arap Ruto's camp. In this video, let us begin with the first weakness, which in my view, President Uhuru Kenyatta can take advantage of. The first weakness which the president and his team can take advantage of is the turnout. How was the turnout in this by-election? In this nomination process. How was the turnout? In the larger Mount Kenya region, the turnout was less than 20%. If you compare to the nomination exercise which Jubilee Party conducted in 2013 and 2017, you can't compare. So what caused that turnout to be low? That's one thing President Uhuru Kenyatta and his team can actually explore. Because for William Ruto to win the presidency of the Republic of Kenya, he must get good support from the larger Mount Kenya region. Uhuru Kenyatta can deliver Mount Kenya region by not really giving Raila Odinga votes. That's the truth. He can engineer low voter turnout, voter apathy. And the signal is already there that the people of the larger Mount Kenya region did not really wake up to go and vote for their favorite candidates as was expected. There are several, let me give you where the turnout was good, which is Laikipia, which is in Eldoret, which is in Rift Valley. In Laikipia, Cate Waruguru lost by, she had around 5,000, the winner had around 12,000, and other guys there. So basically, we had around 21,000 votes there. The registered voters in Laikipia, as per 2017, was 88,000. So you see the turnout, almost a quarter. You go to the mountain, it is worse. Take the case of Kiambu. Wamatangi is emerging the winner there. But what was the turnout? So low. I saw a gentleman in Nyeri, I think the Nyeri town candidate, winning. Sorry guys, someone disrupted me. So I'm saying President Uhuru Kenyatta can effectively take advantage of the turnout. I was giving you the example of Kiambu, where the turnout was low. So what the president can take advantage of is that he can interrogate, using the intelligence system, why the voter turnout was low. If you look at the turnout in Mount Kenya region, there is some low-hanging fruits, in my view. In ODM party, they are conducting nominations. But those nominations, the only people who are allowed to vote are party members. For UDA, the people who are allowed to vote are actually registered voters. You know, you might be a registered voter, but you are not a registered party member. So the truth is, President Uhuru Kenyatta can take advantage of that low turnout and turn it in favor of Raila. Because if this turnout can be encouraged by President Uhuru Kenyatta up to the next election, that the people of the mountain will be told, you there's no need for you guys to wake up and vote. You know, we don't have a candidate in this election. The votes will come down, and that will actually work in favor of Raila Odinga. So the deputy president must also figure out how he's going to convince the people of the larger Mount Kenya region to turn out in large numbers to vote. So that's number one. Number two, the president and the team can also take advantage of perceived rigging to paint William Samoei Ruto as a bad man or to create division within UDA party. There are several cases. In Starehe, there were complaints that Simon Mwaura had ballot papers premarked in his favor. For those who followed the elections in Bomet, where that lady was making noise, the women representative, there were pre-marked ballot papers in favor of William Ruto's lawyer, because I think the lady now wanted to contest for a member of parliament, I think Bomet Central. So there were pre-marked ballot papers in favor of William Ruto's lawyer. And these pre-marked ballot papers, the story was spread across the country. So which means the deep state can actually figure out where there were perceived rigging. I've seen the case of Kiambu, where Jungle is complaining that he was rigged out and that now he's going to support Nyoro. So those complaints are there. And as long as there are complaints, it means the deep state can take advantage of those perceived rigging where they took place and use the opponents. For example, my friend Isaac Mwaura, who promised to send Raila Odinga home, is already crying that he was rigged out. So they can take advantage of those people, bring them together, then make them join Jubilee. If not, wapewe kazi serikalini, or they just be facilitated to make noise. So the perceived rigging is a weakness. The third weakness, which I also observed, is that based on this election, it will be very difficult for William Ruto and his team to test their ability to protect votes. Why am I saying this? This, because UDA was calling it mini election. This mini election was being manned by members of parliament who had actually been given direct ticket. So you find Millicent Omanga in Uasin Gishu, Sylvanus Osoro in Nyandarua with his team. So those are the guys who are manning this election. If I were the deputy president, what I would have done, I would have used my own team, then let these MPs just to provide supervisory roles. Because when the election day will arrive, most of these people will be busy. For example, Osoro will be fighting tooth and nail in South Mugirango to defend his seat. Millicent Omanga will be fighting it out in Nairobi to be elected. Probably she will also be trying to defend her own, to protect her own votes. She won't be assigned any other place, for example, to check on the presidential votes. So I think they exposed themselves there. In my view, what they ought to have done was to identify their team. Then after identifying the team, then this team were to be the people responsible. Because one of the things they were doing using this election was to test their machinery. One of the machinery is vote protection unit. The fourth thing the president and his team can actually take advantage of is what I call fallout. And the fallout is major in the larger Mount Kenya region. The fallout. Go to Naivasha. Jane Kiara has lost, and she's accusing Susan Kehika. And she has lost with a margin of around 200 votes. That's serious. And you must expect a fallout there. Already in Kiambu, there's a fallout. And I don't know how the DP will work to avert that fallout, but there's already fallout. So as long as there's a fallout, it means people will get angry, they'll get bitter, and then they'll move the other side. Jubilee Party, to their advantage, they're not conducting primaries. They're identifying candidates who are strong and giving certificates. So it means some of these people can actually be persuaded. Like if you are a sitting member of parliament, you are attacking Raila in the hope that by attacking Raila, you are going to be elected, and then you are now being locked out. What happens next? So the fallout can actually be taken advantage of. And then number 4, which should worry the DP now, is that President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga observed the deputy president, his game plan and strategy. Now they can understand his game plan and strategy. I don't know what you think, but for me, I think as much as the deputy president must be applauded for conducting UDA nominations, that nomination exercise has actually exposed the DP and his party to President Uhuru Kenyatta, and the president can take advantage in his favor in the larger Mount Kenya region. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee McQueen. Bye-bye.